How's it going, guys? It's Lucero Boy, and it's time for my financial recap for 2023. Another year has ended, and one of my favorite things to do is go over my finances and habits during the year. It's a little nerdy, but I think it's really cool to see what are the results of the system you put in place, what can be improved, and measure its success. Let's start with the goals I set for myself in 2023. 1. Save and invest about $50,000. 2. Hit a net worth of about $250,000. And 3. My big goal was to purchase a condo for approximately $200,000. Now let's actually dive into my 2023 numbers. Starting with my post-tax contributions and income, I spent $6,500 on discretion, $6,500 on bills, and I saved about $56,000. My net income for the year came out to be about $71,600. Let's compare what happened to what I projected for 2023. Comparing the two tables, you can see how I landed fairly close to the projections. Over here on the left, you can see what my budgeted 2023 was like, and on the right, you can see what was actually realized during 2023. 11.9% on bills, which is about 0.1% higher than projection. 78.9% for investments or savings, which is about 3% higher than what I projected, and then 9.14% on discretion, which is about 3% lower than what my initial projections were. I'm pretty happy with how I performed, even with the extra income which came in the form of maybe bonuses, taxes, and unexpected money. I was disciplined and allocated it to my savings or investments instead. My discretion was fairly lower as well, mostly due to company perks where I could use company rewards rather than my own cash to buy discretionary items as well as car parts. Before I get into the year's final numbers, I'm going to break down my employer's contributions as well. In the past, for simplicity, I would just gloss over this portion as just extra money. I saw this as something that was automatic and not from my own personal habits. I didn't think it was necessary to dive into, but I think it will paint a complete picture of how I was able to land on my current net worth. My actual gross income for 2023 was about $110,000. From that, $29,200 went into taxes and $1,400 to my various insurances. $7,300 went into my 401k and about $1,000 went into my HSA. Additional employer HSA contribution and 401k match totaled to about $9,200. So factoring in my gross income contributions, my real savings number for 2023 comes out to be about $74,000. I am proud of my after-tax savings of $56,000, but I also need to share that nearly $20,000 was pre-tax savings and not from market gain or extra income. How does this all compare to my goals for 2023? I did save over $50,000. Most importantly, that's $56,000 of my after-tax income. Unfortunately, I did not purchase a property for several reasons, but to me, it was a stretch goal, and I'm honestly not that disappointed that I couldn't do that. Lastly, my net worth number. I started 2023 at approximately $190,000 net worth. After a total savings of $74,000, after tax and pre-tax contributions, and a market gain of $17,000, I hit a net worth of $280,000 at the end of 2023. I'm very happy to have surpassed my goal of $250,000, where only $17,000 was from market gain. Anything can happen with investments, and I'm fortunate that we ended on a positive gain. I'd like to emphasize that the achievement of saving the money is more important than the gain. Even though the gains look great, it's not possible until you save the money and invest it first. Here's a breakdown of my net worth on Credit Karma. My current net worth today is $285,000. $91,000 is in cash and about $195,000 is in assets or investments. I did pretty well for 2023, but I faced some personal struggles as well. It can sometimes be discouraging in your financial journey. You can plan and put in place an optimal system, but the financial environment can make goals such as buying property still out of reach. The main focus for 2023 was to save cash as a down payment for a property. I was able to save that money in a high-yield savings account at approximately 5% APY, which contributed nearly $3,000 in gains this year. Despite saving aggressively to purchase property, it is the interest rate that is a major contributor to how much I can afford. In my particular situation, every 0.1% of interest affects affordability of a property by $5,000. So a difference between a 5% to 6% interest rates means the property I can afford is $50,000 less. It was very discouraging to see that play out. Even though I'm saving X amount of dollars, I'm unable to overcome factors that I have no control over. I am fortunate that I'm in a position that this is not time sensitive. Thus, I decided to wait longer for interest rates to stabilize and hopefully even decrease. Going into 2024, I am planning to accumulate a cash savings of at least $100,000 to use for a down payment and other related property purchasing costs. When I reach that, I will feel confident that if an opportunity arises, I'll be able to capture it. After that, I will adjust my savings to be 30% to cash and about 70% to investments. There's a rationale for this, and to me, I am comfortable with the idea of 30% of my net worth tied up into housing. To me, this is a way for me to build, quote, imaginary equity in a property while I wait for an opportunity to come up. But during this time, I'm still capturing investment opportunity in the market. So going into 2024, my budget breakdown will be basically the same. $8,000 to bills, $52,000 to savings, and about $8,600 to discretion. My goals for 2024 are 1. Save and invest about $52,000. 2. Build a cash savings of about $100,000 to $130,000. This will be the total between my emergency fund, property purchase costs, and just general cash on hand. Lastly, hit a net worth of about $350,000. As time goes on, my net worth will be greatly impacted by trends in the market. This is why net worth is an interesting number, but it isn't the most important metric. I believe the most important behavior is the act of saving and investing. It is the accumulation of assets that is the true measure of wealth. Your net worth is simply the dollar equivalent of those assets at a particular time. I'm incredibly fortunate to be in the position I am in, especially with all the support of my family. One of the main reasons that I need to be diligent with my finances is not to waste my family's support. I started this journey in 2020 and I'm excited to see where I land in 2024. I hope this encourages you to deliberately start your financial journey. If you want to join me on this journey, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.